All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Nasdaq Daily. I hope you're having a great Sunday today, but it's time to get back to work and get back to the charts. This is what I have for you today. I'm going to do a full overview of my last 3 videos that I created last week. But before we get started, I just want to mention that if this is your first time here, it's great to have you here with me because my job today is very important, and that is to help you identify the best trading levels for tomorrow's session, which is going to be Monday the 8th of March. My goal today is to make sure that you're ready for tomorrow because we have some very important news that just came out. So the House just passed the new 1.9 trillion relief bill, and that might be the end of the current correction which we experienced this week, and that was about 10% drop on the Nasdaq. And the good news are that we might have bottomed at one of the levels that I mentioned in my previous video on Thursday. And this is when I recorded the video on Wednesday, I'm sorry. So this is the Wednesday session, and this is exactly when I recorded the video when we were right here. And to prove that, I'm gonna show you the end of this video that I recorded Wednesday. And you can also go down in the description box if you don't feel like watching the whole video and you just want the levels. I always put all the levels in the description box. So these were my 3 levels that I was looking to enter long in the market, and I had 2 levels for resistance right here where I will potentially hedge my positions or enter short, with other words. Now I'm gonna link all 3 videos in the description box below so you guys can go and check them out and see how I performed and how my levels have been performing for the last week. But before I get started, I just want to mention that if you subscribe to my channel, you get every single day my best trading ideas and levels for the next trading session. And please don't forget, if you have any questions, please drop these in the comment section below for me, and I'll answer them as soon as possible. I really appreciate your time with me here, and now let's jump right into the video, guys. And let's follow up what happened since my last video on Wednesday. As you guys can see here, we didn't quite get to our support, to our resistance levels, but this is why I'm also giving you support levels as well. Now this first level we didn't really see a nice bounce from this level, but as you can see here, sometimes the other levels work when we don't have that much volatility. So you could have traded at this previous level right here, which was exactly 100 points above 12,450. Now that is up to you. I usually like to see a bigger move because this right here is just very tight range of 200 points, and I usually try to catch at least 200 to 300 points in one direction. So yeah, we kind of ranged during the whole session, and then we got huge sell-off, and that is about 500 points from top to bottom. Actually 790 to it's about 400 points. But just look, where did we bounce from? And that is what I'm saying, guys. These levels work, and usually when you can combine them with a channel like this, you will always find the bottom or the place where the market will reverse. And as you can see here, in the next trading session, we reversed exactly at the last level I gave you guys, and from there, even if you average down in all these three levels, your average will be 12,346. And as you can see here, from that level to the current price, that is 300 points, and this is exactly what I'm looking as targets. So there are few key things I want to mention here, and I'm going to start with the break out of this channel. So here we have one fake out when we kind of came out and then we dumped right back down. But this is something that is very important here, and it's very key to understand. So when we got back into the channel, we did not go all the way down, which means immediately that the sellers are losing control, because if they are not, we are probably going to test the bottom line of the channel right here. And if they stay in control, we might even break down, but that never happened, and we perfectly bounced from this level. And as you can see here, we also respected the other two levels, because we broke down, we retest the 450, then we came down to 350, we bounced, then we broke it, and we found bottom at 12,250. And we're currently out of this downward channel, and we also have one bigger one that we again bounced perfectly from that bottom, which corresponded with, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. So this is the 30-minute chart, and yes, this is exactly where we found the bottom, and this corresponds with this other trend that I have on for you guys here, which is on a larger time frame. So looking at this, I will probably just keep these two levels right here, because this will correspond with the trend line if we get there on Monday. So you can expect this to be the Monday session, so we have plenty of time, but this line is going to be moving down with time, and there is something else I'm going to be expecting, so I'm going to leave this level right there, and this as my next resistance for Monday. And I'm not going to plot any more resistance levels. Now I want to talk about what can we expect from here. Can we just expect to go straight up? I don't believe that is going to happen. Usually we have to see a little bit of pullback every single time before retesting of the channel high. So that being said, I am expecting a drop again to this level right here. So if you don't have a position right now, maybe depending on your style, that might be a good level to start averaging in on the buy side. Or if you have a short position, you might consider taking some profits, because if we find support anywhere above this level right here, and I mean anywhere, again, these three levels will be key. Sorry, I cannot select this. I'm going to remove this. So here's what I would like. The perfect scenario will be to see a retracement at about 200%, and then a continuation to the upside, and this will leave us exactly at that level. And as you can see, this will do the exact same move from that level, and it will take us to 12,955, which would be a great profit, which would be a great level to take profits, because from 450 to 950, that's about 500 points. And if depending on what contracts are you trading, that can be pretty good money. Now the next scenario I want to talk about is this. So depending on time, I guess, if we drop down to this level again, we're going to kind of be corresponding with the trend, but it really depends how fast do we go there if we drop. So this might be your second chance. As you can see, we're going to correspond with the smaller channel, which I'm going to leave probably just for tomorrow's session, and I'm not going to delete that, just so we have it as another support level. And that might be your second chance to enter here. As I said, as long as we hold this level, I am expecting to see a further push to the upside. So again, watch these two levels for Monday, and let's see how we're going to perform. I am not going to give you any more levels to the downside, because I just want to see first how do we trade around these two levels if we get there. So this is the plan if we get there. If we don't, and we kind of like just pull back maybe very small amount, and then we shoot back up again. You should have watched my videos earlier, because you would probably be long at this point of time, and now you're just going to target where you should take profits. Now I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and I hope it made clear exactly what my plan is for tomorrow's session. And as I said, I really appreciate your time. If you found value in my video, please hit the like button and drop me a comment in the comment section. If you have absolutely any questions, I'm going to personally answer them as soon as possible. And yeah, again, I'm going to leave a link to my previous videos in the description box with the levels of interest as always.